Hello, my friend. Welcome to Live Chat. I am very excited to be here with you this morning on time because my husband had the brilliant idea that I needed to come down here 45 minutes early to make sure that everything was good. If you've been here the past couple weeks, we've been a little delayed, but I fixed it. It just took 45 minutes, but we're good. Thank you so much for being here for live chat. I feel like this is going to be a really fun, like low stress, really great chat because what I want to talk about today is our unnecessary overspending in the beauty space. Because, when I say unnecessary, meaning that we end up buying things and then we don't get joy from them. That's what I mean by unnecessary. If you are buying something as a collector because it brings you joy, or you're buying something because you want to use something new and that brings you joy, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what's going on. John just moved my microphone up so you can see Jabberwocky's eyeballs. I know some people, Jabberwocky freaks them out, but I love Jabberwocky. I think he's so cute, especially now that he has eyeballs on the little knobby guys. I love him so much. So hopefully, we may have to move Jabberwocky down a little bit while we're doing some things. So anyway, my point is that I feel like sometimes buying things does not bring us the joy that we want to bring to our lives. And also, like we talked about in What's Up in Makeup today, we are creating a huge problem for our planet with all of our over purchasing of things we don't need, especially in the plastic area. You think about different refills and stuff where you have, you're buying something and you're like, oh, well, it comes in a refill. That's, better. That's better for the environment. And then you justify buying it because, you with the refill thing, but then it's like you get the plastic container and then it's filled with a plastic container and you throw away the plastic container to get a new plastic container to refill your plastic container that you're keeping, and it makes absolutely no freaking sense. So I think it's kind of a double-ended thing why I want to talk about this today. First of all, that story from What's Up in Makeup today, which if you're new, my makeup news show is called What's Up in Makeup, and we talk about things that are happening in the industry right now. And one of the big things we learned last week was that Greenpeace did a study where they realized that the United States recycling system is seriously busted, that only, I think they said like 5% of plastics that we recycle actually get recycled, which, is disturbing because I think a lot of people think that it's more than that. So therefore they justify buying more plastic. And I think that's where we have an issue. So us in the makeup space, I think where we can help is we can use the things that we have, but we want that. The reason why we buy so much makeup, in my opinion, is, and this is where it comes from, the title, is the novelty of it. That we lose the novelty of the things that we already have, and we chase that novelty by buying something new. So what I wanted to do today was I wanted to show you ways that I have heard about or that I've done myself to use the products that you already have in new and exciting ways to refresh your current makeup collection that you have and really have some fun with it, and maybe figure out some ways you like using your makeup that are novel and exciting for you, and find some new favorites within things you already own. Because right now it is jumping into the holiday season. I know that it's not even Halloween, but we are getting all of those holiday releases. The Sephora sale has started. Ulta's going to be starting with some really huge sales soon. And Sephora is going to keep pushing through November. So we need to make sure that if we are buying something, we're buying it because it serves a purpose, it brings us joy, something like that, not because we're just chasing novelty. So I really want to focus on that today, and we can all do that together. So I'm going to be putting on my makeup today, and I'm going to be experimenting with some of these things I've never done before that I've just heard about. And I'm going to show you some of the things that I love to do to make my collection more novel. But before we do that, I do want to say hello very, very quickly to the people that are here live in the collective brain of makeup awesomeness, because they are going to also be sharing. This is what makes live chat so special. They're also going to be sharing some ways that they make their collections more novel, ways that they get excitement out of the things that they already own, different ways to use products. So I want to definitely say hello to them, because we are going to we're going to be hanging out with them as well. If you were watching on the replay, you can participate and leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. If you'd like to join us live, we usually do this at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Next Sunday is going to be at 5 p.m. Eastern time. All right. So good morning to Andrea. So good to see you. Hope you are having a wonderful Sunday as well. Tracy, hello to you. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you for being here. Hi, Teresa, and the rest of the moderators, Florian, Stefan, Audra, and John, of course, my husband sitting over there. Thank you for moderating, and I hope you are doing well as well. Roya, hello. Happy Sunday. Hi, Tish. Good to see you. Oh, I almost accidentally put Roya in timeout. That would have been awful. Hi, Monica, and congratulations on the wonderful news that you shared with me privately. I'm so excited for you, and I just want to tell you in person. Hi, Amy. So good to see you. Okay, so Latina, totally amazed by you. Oh, Latina, you are not just a pretty girl playing with makeup. You're a beautiful woman with a heart. You selflessly open to us all. The haters hate more when they do not understand this. You know, my community is so amazing. Very rarely do I get negativity on my channel anymore because we're pretty much solid. We've been kind of at this like nice little place for a while. So because of that, my comment section has been lovely until I uploaded a more controversial, very supportive of trans rights video, and that kind of got some negativity coming to the channel. But that's okay. Those people are now gone. We don't need to worry about them anymore. Because if you're going to come and you're going to disrespect people, then you don't belong here. And that's how we maintain a happy, safe space in our community. So thank you, Latina. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate Julio down by the schoolyard. Please say hello to him for me. Hi, Jilly. Good to see you. Yes, there we go. Patricia, good morning to you. I'm going to make some coffee and come back. It's 6:53 here in Seattle. I'm definitely in need of caffeine. I did see a friend that I wanted to say hello to specifically. Hi, Amanda. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It's so good to see you. Amanda is my friend that comes to my farmers markets and says hello with her lovely husband. And she updates me on how her pregnancy is going and how everything is going in her life and her husband's travels. And I am just so excited to see you in live chat. Thank you, Amanda, for being here and for coming to visit me at the market. So hopefully I'll see you over the winter at my other market now that that market's closed. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. So I'm going to go ahead and put on my bear ears. And let's talk about ways to make our makeup collections more novel, because it is, you know, we have so much stress in our lives just in general. So it's when we do our makeup, at least for me, I don't know about you, but for me, when I do my makeup, it's kind of my time of peace. It's my time of self-care. It's my time of just being in my own space and focusing on myself for a period of time. And we want that to be a fun experience. And I think that's why we buy things for that period of time, because that's our peace time. That's our good time. So one thing that I've been I can't say I've been doing. I was looking at something else. This is not something I've been doing. This is something I've never done, and we're going to try it out. So this foundation, this is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This was sent to me in PR a very, very long time ago, and you can see how much I've used it. Like none, because it is too full coverage for me. So what I wanted to try was mixing it into moisturizer and making it less full coverage. So that's a way that you can, that I've heard, because I haven't tried it yet, that you can make your, extend your foundation. Let me not put too much on here. Extend your foundation and use less of it, number one, and also to make it be different so that you can use it for different purposes without buying a new foundation. Now I am going to put a little bit of my Catrice darkening drops in here because this foundation is too light for me. This is the shade Vanilla. It's also a little too yellow for me, so we will see how that ends up going. So it just looks like that right now. It looks very odd, but we're going to mix that together and see if we can get it to be a little less full coverage. Let's see. Now, the only thing about mixing moisturizer, see, it's still, well, I guess that's probably good. The only thing about mixing moisturizer in, I'm going to put in just a little bit more, is that when you have skincare and stuff in there, especially like SPF, like I don't know what that does to the ingredients that are in there. So I don't know whether they will still be as valid if you mix moisturizer in. And I have way too much now. I hardly put any foundation on my hand, but I have way too much now because of the amount of moisturizer I put in. I need a paper towel because this is way too much. Because like I said, I've never done this one before. You'll have to tell me whether you've done that before because I have not. And we'll see if it comes out less coverage because I usually do not like this foundation. So let us see. Okay, let me scroll down a little bit while I do this and see if I could talk about what some people are saying. Okay. All right, Tiffany. I've mixed my thick foundation with a BB cream to thin it. Yes, and look how pretty that is. You see how it's not like super full coverage? You know what would have been neat in hindsight? Would have been to put it on regular on one side so you can see the difference and then put it on with the moisturizer. You see, look how beautiful that is. It's not cakey looking because like sometimes on camera, I'll put on foundation that is a little bit more full coverage that I'm comfortable because on camera it looks really nice. But in real person life, I don't wear foundation like that because I don't like the way it looks on me personally. So yeah, so Tiffany has done it before and it worked. It worked really, really well. You can see on my lips that it's not super full coverage. You can still see the pink of my lips. Crystal says Taylor's very good at foundation mixing. She has great tips for it. Taylor is the foundation queen. She is amazing. And she's a lovely human being as well. I've never met her in person, but we've talked through DM some, and she is absolutely lovely. Hugs to you, Amanda. Yay. I'm happy you're here. Let's see. Yeah, Darky's Makeup and Science. I've never owned concealer for years and never used foundation until I found mineral powder foundation. I mixed a small amount of the powder with my moisturizer to use under or around my eyes and it worked well. Wow, that is so smart. Because the other thing I was going to say about foundation, like let's say you have one that's not enough coverage for you, you can mix concealer into it to make it more full coverage. But this is very interesting. So you mixed mineral powder foundation in with moisturizer and used it as a concealer. I love that so much. So I don't have, let me see. You use powder foundation and used it as a concealer. Hey, let's see if I can find powder foundation. Let's try it. Okay, hold on. Let's see, powder foundation. I know I have to have one in here. Most of them are pressed, so that's the issue. I need a loose powder foundation. Is this it's a setting powder? Hold on. I know I have one. What is happening? I don't have one. Darn, I might have decluttered it. I know I had one. Erg. Okay, well, this is what we'll do. Maybe we'll do this. Okay, I do have, so like I just got this one. This is a powder foundation from Essence, but it is, it's pressed. So I don't think that I can, unless I scraped it up, I might be able to do that, like scrape up a little bit. Let's do it. You know what? Let's just do it. Okay. I'm going to scrape up some and let's try it. I'm wrecking my brand new product. That's okay. We're making it a powder. And if I love this, then we'll keep doing it. Okay, so I've got it on my hand and then we'll put a little bit, just a little bit of moisturizer in it. Just a tad bit. I'm just going to put this much. And oh, look at that. It's concealer. It's legit concealer. Oh. Okay, I'm going to put a little tiny bit more moisturizer. I'm going to use a different finger. Just a little bit more because it's not quite the right texture yet. This is so fun. We're like mad scientists. Right before Halloween, this is perfect. Okay, let's try it. Hold on. It's like messy on my hand because it's on my finger because it's messy on my hand. See, this is what I'm talking about is finding novelty. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's find novelty. I'm just going to blend it in with my fingertips. And just making it fun, you know? Let's make makeup fun. I mean, I don't know about the coverage there, but it might just be this particular product. This would be something to play with, though, and find ones that actually work. I don't feel like the coverage is quite there. It's a little splotchy, but it's definitely something to play with and to consider. Thank you so much for that. I think Darky's Makeup and Science has a YouTube channel too, so go check her out. Let me put a little bit more. It's just not, it's a little bit, It's not meant for this, so it's a little chunky. But it looks like concealer, doesn't it? Look at that. Wait, come on, focus. There it is. Look, it looks like concealer. And also I could use a beauty sponge. I could use a brush. Like there's so many things to play with to try to make this work, especially if you're just trying to like use what you have in a new way. That is fun. Thank you so much for that. I really enjoyed doing that. Okay, so let me go ahead and scroll down a little bit. Yeah, somebody said, get a knife, scrapey, scrapey. And then I scrolled past it. This is so fun. I love this. Okay. I use the bottom of an Artiste brush, by the way, that I like hardly ever use anymore. I could have used this for the concealer. Oh, well. All right. So next up, I'm going to hold off on powder for a minute because I kind of like the way that this looks. I kind of like this finish. So let's hold off on that. And then okay, I have notes of what I wanted to do. Okay, so the next one is using eyeshadow for your brows. So I just got this in PR from ColourPop, and I'm going to use one of these for my brows. Now my brows are super dark, so this is actually a little bit red tone, so it might not look good, but we will see. Let's try it. And if you're like trying to be a little edgy and trying to be a little artsy, you can use a shimmer one in your brows if you want to. Like, who says you can't? Do what you want, you know? Trying to do a little more, what is it, avant-garde? Is that the right word for it? Where's my spoolie? I need a spoolie. Stat. Where did it go? I know I had a spoolie. We'll just kind of go like this for now because I can't find my spoolie. I had one. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where is my spoolie? Okay, well, let's just keep going because I have no idea where it is. Okay. Let's do this side. Boop, 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 boop. But I mean, it's filling in really nicely. Do you remember when powder brow products were everywhere? Like powder brow products used to be a thing that everybody had. I know I look ridiculous. They're kind of block brows right now. But when I spoolie them, if I can find one, then we will be in good shape. Ha ha! It's a dirty spoolie, but it will work. Here we go. And this may be, you may find one of your eyeshadows is a better match for you than the brow pencils that you have or the brow powder that you have. And you may love it. So there we go. I think that looks pretty good. Like I said, it is a little more red probably than I probably should be using for my hair color, but whatever. It's fun. We're having fun. All right. I found one. Yes. Oh, John was looking for one for me. That is so nice. Yeah, Casey, he was trying. He was trying to be my helper over here, trying to find me a spoolie, but we're good. We're good. Okay. All right. Yes, the Violet December. Brow products are so expensive and run out quickly, and eyeshadow works well and will last a year or longer. Oh, absolutely. And if you look, like if you break it down and do the math on like the ABH brow pencil on how much it is per ounce of brow product, like because they're sold in it's like 0.0 something ounces, or no, per gram, price per gram, not even ounces, but gram. It's like 0.0 something grams in each brow pencil. Like no, you know what? Maybe it's like 1 gram or I don't know. I forget. It's been a while since I've looked at it. Point is, it's obnoxious how expensive brow pencils are for the actual product. What you're really paying for is the delivery system and the packaging, because they hardly give you anything. So it's great in a pinch too, when you know you need to re-up on something, but maybe you don't have the funds right now. Great in a pinch. All right, eye primer. I have not found a substitute for eye primer. So we're just going to use this one. This was recently sent to me by Kaleidos, and something that I learned from the Hunters this week on my Facebook group, where they help me with what's up in makeup, is that there is a Kaleido brand, Kaleido, which is different than Kaleidos, Kaleidos. And I was surprised because does Kaleidos mean something? Like, is it like, why would someone make a Kaleido and a Kaleidos? Like, how do those brands both exist? I think that's super weird, because I didn't know there was a Kaleido brand until someone posted in the Hunters group that there was a sale. And I was like, that doesn't look like Kaleidos products. And I think I even said Kaleidos in the show, but it's Kaleido. It's a completely different brand. All right, so next thing is to use a blush palette as eyeshadow. Do you remember back when blush and contour palettes were huge? It was like a big, big deal. And you probably have a blush palette if you've been around for a while, just hanging out, collecting dust, or maybe you use it. I don't know. But I haven't used this in forever. Why is everything that I'm using PR? I don't know. But I feel obligated to tell you. This was sent to me by Laura Lee from Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is the Blush Aesthetic Palette. And I thought we would use this as eyeshadow today. Now, of course, you don't have to use it as a complete palette. You can use it as like more of a supplemental palette if you want, but I'm going to use it just by itself and just do like a very basic pink eye look. Just like super basic. Hi.
John won't leave us alone.
Okay. Phoenix has a friend over and John's being annoying. I am in the middle of live chat, so I cannot do anything. This must be a great emergency if you were interrupting live chat for this. So,
okay, never mind. He's gone.
Oh my gosh, John.
That's always what happens. As soon as he knows I'm telling y'all, he leaves.
Okay.
And it's funny.
Okay. All right. So problem is solved?
Yep.
All right, my love. Okay. Parenting. I'm telling you, parenting. Okay, so now I'm going to put this golden haze. I just put this caramel cream all in my crease, and then I'm just going to put on my lid the highlighter shade. And that's just going to be my eye look for today, Dawn. But I think it looks really pretty. Blue, 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 blue. There we go. Eye look completed. Check it off. All right, I'm going to scroll down and see what you all are saying. Holly always uses bronzer for eyeshadow. I know. You know, siblings, that just happens. Oh, we have a member, new member. Cynthia, thank you for being a member of the Collective Brain Elite. I appreciate you so very much. So very much. Really and truly, thank you so much. Sandra says, I love to use blush as eyeshadow to get a monochromatic look. Yes. Yes. Fabulous. And that's so trendy. It's so trendy. Jilly says, I like the NARS Bake. I never know how to say this. Is it Gilly? I never know how to say that word. Blushes on the eyes. Nice. Very cool. Crystal says, I use blush and highlighter for eyeshadow on quick days. Good. That's great. That's wonderful. Okay, so now that our eyeshadow is done, we are going to go into eyeliner. Now, this is something I've been doing a lot lately, and that is putting on black eyeliner and then using an eyeshadow to make it look cool. So I've always loved the idea of like a colored eyeliner, but I always think it looks weird on me. So I'm just going to use my regular black. This is the Hindash eyeliner. I had purchased one, and then he sent me one. So this one, I don't know which one that is, but I did purchase one at some point. It's a fantastic liquid eyeliner, very easy to use. All right, one more. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Okay. I hope winged eyeliner never goes out of style because I love it. Make sure we're good. Yep, we're good. Close enough. Okay. Where's the top? Oh, Sarah, thank you so much for becoming a member. Thank you. Yay. Thank you so much. Hindash is his name. Hindash. Hindash. He's a makeup artist. And he's amazing. So let's see. So I'm going to use this. This is purchased. This is the Winnie the Pooh Sweet as Can Be palette from ColourPop. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to use one of these shades. I was going to use the green. I don't know. I think the green would still be fun. Let's use the green and spice up the eyeliner. I did this for the market yesterday. Amanda's here somewhere. I used this in the market yesterday and I loved it. Loved it. And then I just pop it on top like that. And I think it's so fun. So, because one of the things with colored liners that I don't like is that they're usually too light and I think they look creepy on me. But if you put it over a black base, it just looks so pretty. So pretty. Let's see. This is a little bit crooked. Let's see if I can uncrooked it. But even like this sparkly brown would look so pretty. And you don't even have to just use one color. You can use multiple colors if you want to. And it just makes it more novel. It makes it more fun. It's like, yes, I just extended my eyeliner collection by about 50,000. I'm hyperbole, you know, but still. Actually, I'm going to use a little bit of this darker brown on the outer corner on the liner just to make it a little bit different on the edge there for fun. Because that's what this is all about. It's about fun. I love it so much. Okay. Gigi want to know any news on shipping marshmallows out of state. I am a complete mess with my marshmallow business right now, trying to figure out what I want to do, how I'm going to do it and stuff. So it's on complete pause right now. That process is on complete pause. It's such a mess. It's such a mess. I'm trying though, but it's such a mess. Okay, so next up, thank you for asking me. One day I would love to, but it's just such a mess right now. Where is my mascara I pulled out? La, la, la. I know I pulled one out. I'll find it after chat if I can't find it right now. Oh, here it is. It's just pink. I haven't used this one in a minute. Maybelline Sky High Mascara. I haven't found any substitute for mascara. That's something that would be nice to find. So I've heard some people using like petroleum jelly and mixing that with like black eyeshadow, but I don't know about that for me because my lashes are way too wimpy for that. I don't think that would work. Back in the day, I did the hack where you put baby powder on your lashes to try to thicken them up. It didn't work so well either. No. Watching someone put on mascara, I feel like is one of the most boring things ever. Let me see what y'all are saying. Oh, yay, Amanda says, yes, I loved it. I meant to say something. I will be trying this technique. Yay! Let me know how it goes. Let me know how it goes. Yes. Butterfly Girl says, this is the best way to keep your makeup bag light and on the go during wedding seasons. Are you a makeup artist? That's what it sounds like. But yes, anytime you can multitask with multi-purpose for products, oh my gosh, amazing. I'm just going to put one more coat on my other eye. Yes. Finley says that sounds like a future raccoon nightmare. To me too. Oh my gosh, me too. Okay. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. So the other thing is that I don't usually use a pencil eyeliner. Like I kind of abandoned those for a long time. I've just been using eyeshadow as eyeliner for like literal years. So I'm just going to use this guy down here and just put that on a little bit on the outer corner because I feel like it makes my eyes look like they have more dimension when I just do that. Just a little bit in the outer corner when I'm doing like something a little bit lighter. And that's it. That's all I'm doing. I am not a big like lower lash line mascara, lower lash line eyeliner. Like I feel like it makes my eyes look tiny. So I don't do that anymore. I don't like the way it looks on me. Okay. Oh, it's 10:29. Well, usually we take a break and talk about what's in my face, but that's all we're doing right now. So I guess we can't do that, huh? Okay. So next up, oh, where is it? Okay. So I was going to do blush. I was going to do contour. Lipstick is contour. So I got these again from ColourPop from their Not a Box of Chocolates collection that I thought maybe I could use this as contour. I thought that would be fun. It's a little bit warm. So let's see if I have one that's not quite as warm. Or is this, it's so weird. If you watch where I talked about this, they sent me two of the same shade, but they had different names. And I don't know which ones are which because this packaging is not helpful. You know what? Let's use the deepest one because we're up for a challenge here. And let's see if we can make this in a contour. Let's go boop, 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 boop. And then I'm just going to blend it a little bit. And try not to give myself a beard. I haven't done this with this particular. But look at that. Look how pretty that is. Look, I did it. Yay. Just a little bit. Don't go crazy. Just a little bit. All right, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, Finley says I can do a recap. I could. So far we've made the moisture, in case you're joining us late, we've made our moisturizer less full, our foundation less full coverage by adding moisturizer. We took a powder foundation. We mixed in some moisture. We scraped it. We put in some moisturizer and made that into concealer. Then we used an eyeshadow for our brows. We used a blush palette for the eyeshadow. We used regular liner, but then we tapped eyeshadow over top to give it a little bit of bling. And that's kind of where we are. And now we're using lipstick as contour because we can. And I know some of you have probably done a lot of these things before, but sometimes it's nice to just have a refresher of like things you can do. Like, oh, I forgot about that. I haven't done that in forever. I'm going to start doing that again. You know, just to kind of give us that novelty during this time where it's so tempting to spend, so tempting when we don't need to spend. We don't need to create more waste. We don't need to create more clutter in our lives. We don't need to do all that. Unfortunately, I wanted to mention this though, while we're kind of in the middle here, it is my job here on the channel to talk about makeup products. And I do sponsor videos where the company wants to sell you products. It's my job. It's like, you know, going to a car salesman and like saying, you know, don't sell me a car. Like that's a bad example. But what I'm saying is I still am going to be talking about makeup and new releases and all of that. But my point here is to tell you, even when you see it, you don't necessarily have to buy it. So those videos are for people that maybe want to buy it for different reasons. Because I know people are going to be like, you know, you're pushing product and then you're talking about not buying product. Well, you know, I kind of have a job here on YouTube that I do. All right. So next up, I could not find a pink lipstick. I think I decluttered them all. All I have is red. So this is the Gwen Stefani red lipstick, and we're going to use it as blush today because we can. Should we do that? Or maybe we should use, well, I don't have an eyeshadow that's pink. I was going to say maybe we can use eyeshadow as blush because you can do that too. But let's do it. I mean, if it turns out terrible, who cares? Okay, it's not terrible. It is a little more red. But you know what? I love colors like this in the wintertime because I feel like it makes you look like you just came in from a cold day or whatever. Like gives you that like pinched, like frostbite kind of look. And I think it's pretty. See, I think that's pretty.
Nothing sexier than frostbite.
Nothing sexier than frostbite. There was a frostbite trend for a while last year. I remember that. People are weird, man. All right. I think it looks cute. One more. And you don't need a whole lot of it. That's the thing too, is you're not using a ton of product. So you can like stretch it out. And also like placing it in places where it looks a little patchy. I think that's cute. Maybe a little too far this way. I like it. I'm going with it. You know, it doesn't feel sticky. Not at all. Not at all. I think if I had used like a liquid, I would never do that with a liquid lipstick unless it was like a moussier kind. But no, it doesn't feel sticky at all. That is a great question, Mallory. Thank you so much. A Beautiful Mess official says, okay, now I know what to do with all the lipstick shades that I really don't like on my lips. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And there's so many things that end up just like sitting because we realize that we don't like it. So finding new ways to use it is just fantastic. I love that. Okay, so the next one is fun, and I need a clear lip gloss to do this. And I meant to grab one, and I didn't. Okay, so this is the Essence Extreme Shine. I believe this was PR. And we're going to go like this. And now I'm going to use blush. Let's use the same blush I used on my eyes so we can be monochromatic. And we're going to make it into a lipstick. Okay, a little bit more. I just don't want to, you don't want to double dip your finger from the gloss into the pan because that's bad. Some blushes and eyeshadows don't work like this. It ends up being chunky, but most of them will. It's rare that I have one that doesn't work. Now, the only thing about this is, am I going to bring this in my purse for touch-ups? Absolutely not. That's the only downside of it. But if you have like a single shadow, you can do that and then throw that in the lip gloss in if you want to. So that's a thing. But I think that looks really pretty. Love that for me. And then the next thing I wanted to show you is that you can, like, let's say your lips are a little bit small and you want them to look juicier. You can use highlighter in the center of your lip like this and make your lips kind of look juicy. And I've been doing that for years, for literal years. I'm going to put on just a little bit more gloss just to kind of bring it all together. And I freaking love that. It's so pretty. Yes. All right. Hi, my friend Tia. Good morning. Oh, was the lipstick picking up my foundation? No, not that I can tell. But I also did a lighter coverage foundation. So if you did like a more full coverage foundation, it probably wouldn't. It might pick up a little bit. But what you could do too is you could always like put it on like a more dense brush, like a flat top kabuki or something, and like maybe put it on that way. And that might help it blend into the skin a little bit better, or just use a creamier lipstick if you have one. All right. Yes, Tiffany says cream blush can also be used for lips. 100%. Absolutely. Finley's been doing that for years. Lisa says, I use a Tom Ford lipstick in a god-awful shade for cherry red as blush because it looks horrendous on my lips, but it's a great travel-friendly blush option. Yes, love it, love it, love it. Okay, so then the last one was to use eyeshadow as highlighter. So I was going to do, where did it go? Back to this. And then use this little brush. This is a Moda brush. I haven't seen Moda brushes talked about in forever. And use that as a highlighter. And the best part about that is that if you have a big eyeshadow collection, you can find one that really looks nice on your particular skin tone. Because chances are you have some kind of shade that's like a little bit lighter version of your skin tone that's a shiny shade that you can put on. All right. There we go. That's my look using makeup wrong. But it was fun. That's the thing is fun. That's the most important thing, is to have fun with what we already have instead of just buying stuff we don't need all the time. It's like all the waste we're creating and all of the freaking money we're wasting, we could spend it on something else when all we're doing is chasing novelty. And I think when we're aware of that all I'm doing right now, like I'm adding this to my cart. Okay. Do I really want this, or am I chasing novelty? And if I'm chasing novelty, can I find that novelty somewhere else without spending any money? Because, in our lives, there's so much stress and there's so many things that make life, just not fun. So we search for those things to make our lives fun. And sometimes over purchasing is a kind of fills that hole. But then when you have so much clutter, or you realize you should have spent that money on something else, it brings your joy back down. And it's so counterproductive. So if we can find and replace that novelty with something that isn't going to take away from somewhere else, then I think we're going to be in good shape. It's just redirecting. And, the reason why I'm talking about this is because I'm guilty of it and I know what it feels like. So I'm trying to do better with that. And when I realize something that's making my life better, I want to share it just in case that might be able to help you too. So that is what I had for you today for live chat. But if you want to, we have 20 minutes left. We still have quite a bit of chat left. So we can talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. Because we can keep talking about this topic and different ways that you use makeup in novel ways, or we can talk about other things. Because we got some time. My hair looks so flat today. Very flat. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We're working on it. Christy says, enjoying the different uses for makeup. We'll definitely use some of these tips. And let me know. Come back to live chat if you end up doing any of these, or if you find new ones. Like if you're like looking through your makeup collection and you're getting creative, come back and tell me what you did, and then I can try it too. Because that's what the collective brain is all about, is helping each other. So if you discover something, come back and tell me so I can try it, because I want to try it. Absolutely. Oh, I meant to click. Hold on, I'll come back to you, Agnes. Where is it? Right, this is the one right above. I meant to click. I've basically been on a, Mallory says, I've basically been on a no-buy since the pandemic. I realize I have a similar version of almost everything new or trending. Exactly. But it's like we still have that impulse to buy things, even though we know we have duplicates. So it's like, keeping ourselves in check. And again, if you like to buy stuff and that truly brings you joy, I'm not judging you at all. Like, do what makes you happy. Agnes says, I rarely use pencil liners at this point. I'm also on the eyeshadow as eyeliner and maybe a bit of liquid liner to intensify bandwagon too. Nice. Yeah, totally. Totally. Vito said that Mike looks scary. He's not scary. It's Jabberwocky. He's so cute. He's adorable. He's my friend. He's our friend. Yeah, Jilly says, I wish sub boxes were fully customizable from their inventory. I have so much stuff that I don't use. Yes. And I just did that sponsorship. Can you believe I did a sponsorship for BoxyCharm this week? I about died when they reached out to me and wanted to sponsor one of my videos. It's like, okay, I have been wanting BoxyCharm to work with me in some kind of capacity like that since literally they first started. like, are you kidding me right now? Like, this is a thing. But one thing BoxyCharm is doing that I didn't realize they were doing is they're offering choices, and I didn't know that because I've been out of the BoxyCharm loop for a while. I kind of had a bit of a falling out with my contact over there because I told them to stop sending me the box, and they kept sending me the box, and I was like, I have all the stuff. I don't need any more stuff. And then they got mad at me because that was Ipsy that got mad at me because I wasn't posting enough, even though I was posting. That was a whole nother thing. But it's been a rocky thing between me and BoxyCharm and Ipsy specifically. So like people that work there, like individual people, not the companies themselves. And, it was just, I was shocked when they reached out to sponsor a video. I was like, yes, I will. Thank you. Because I've been asking for that for like at least 6 years. That's really freaking cool. So, and I think the crossovers where they have like a full box, like this one's a full box of Tarte. They're not paying me to talk about it again, by the way. It's just for that one video, but they're doing the full box of a curated box from Tarte. So I love that they're doing that with a brand rather than like a celebrity that has a brand. Because I think that, especially a brand like Tarte, people are very curious about it, but they don't want to pay full price because it's really freaking expensive. And you want to be able to spend your money on stuff that you'll actually use, and taking that risk is a big risk. So if you get to try it for a discounted price in something like BoxyCharm, I think that that's really nice for people that want to try it. Unfortunately, I do think that it's a rub that not just everybody can buy it. You have to be a BoxyCharm premium subscriber to get it. So you have to actually like buy more boxes in order to get it. So then it's like, will you get your money's worth there? I don't know. But I do love the concept of it. I do think that it's a little bit not as consumer friendly as I would hope it would. I would like for it to be, I should say, but I get it. Like, I get it. I get it. They're for-profit business. Like, I totally get it. Jody wanted to know if this top is for my clothing box video. Yes. Yes. I don't know which subscription I got this in. I believe it was Stitch Fix, I think. And I should do it again. Last time I skipped it, and I should have filmed it because I loved everything. And then I didn't film it and it was too late. So next time, next season. So that would be winter because the fall one I didn't film. Yes. Thank you, Adriana. She says she loves my eye makeup with the eyeliner. Thank you. I like it too. It's so fun. It just adds a little spice, and like the contrasting green and pink, I think is really fun. I just saw Bama Chick wanted to tell me something. Let me look back.
No, but she's spamming.
Bama Chick is spamming? No, don't spam.
She's not spamming. She just keeps. She's like,
Okay.
Just being needy.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Bama Chick's always here every week.
Yeah, but
that's okay. I know. A little spammy. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I clicked on it. It's too late.
I wish there was a system.
Mwah. What do you think about the Euphoria blush that's pH balanced, which changes colors? It's going to be a choice on Tuesday, November 1st for a BoxyCharm choice. I'd be very curious about it. I think that Euphoria is extremely overpriced. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that you're paying what is like $38 or something stupid for a blush in that kind of packaging. Like, is it really that good? Really? Is it really? It's the pH changing stuff is BS. It doesn't change with the pH of your skin. It just doesn't. That's not the science behind it. It's changing with the heat of your skin. It's not changing with the pH. It's not making a custom color for you. That's not real. The blush doesn't know what tone your skin is. It doesn't know how light or deep your skin is. It doesn't know your undertones of your skin. It's literally just going on the heat of your skin. It's activating because of temperature. So it's really not as magical as they want to make it be. I don't know if it's a good blush though. That's the thing, is if it's a good blush, it doesn't matter what the gimmicks are behind it if you enjoy using it and you like the way that it looks. I know that it was a viral TikTok thing. If it were me getting BoxyCharm, I would probably get it out of pure curiosity because there's no way in hell I'm paying $30 some for that blush. It's just not happening. It's not happening. Never will I ever. Never. Not going to happen. Oh, nice. Victoria says, I've been seriously condensing my makeup for a big move. Everything fits in a makeup bag now. Nice. Good for you. That's fantastic. So then it's the key is keeping that novelty of the things that you own. So hopefully you are very successful. I wish you so much success with that. Okay, Tracy wants to know, I'm down to try all these ideas, but what does the powder eyeshadow feel like on your lips? You can't feel it. It melts in. I cannot feel powder on my lips. Definitely try it. Worst case is you hate it and you wipe it off, but I can't feel it. Just feels like a lip gloss. There's no grit. There's nothing. It just melts in. It's so finely milled. It just melts in. I can't feel it. Legit. Yeah, Bama Chick. Premium is a box that comes every month. Yes, but the Tarte one is just for 1 month. It's for October. That's it. So you have to buy the premium box that comes every month. Did I say seasonal? Maybe that's what you're saying. I'm so stuck on FabFitFun. BoxyCharm does come monthly, so you have to sign up for that, which ends up being a lot of money. So that's where it gets you. Crystal says I use clear brow gel to help mascaras that flake or smudge on me last longer. Very smart. Very smart. Love that. Oh, Siri says your clocks changed last night? Wow. No, they did not change here. I don't know when they change. It should be soon. Yeah, it's like usually early November. Usually early November. Yeah, as far as Tracy, as far as everything just feels normal. Like my cheeks don't feel sticky. My lips don't feel gritty. Like my under eyes, let me see, maybe a tiny bit of creasing right here, just the tiniest bit. But it could crease more, but it's not. That would be my biggest concern about that hack, is that it would crease, but it's actually looking pretty decent. But I think it's because it wasn't very full coverage. I think that's why. Yes, Slick jumped over Lazy Dog. Glitter eyeliner is glitter eyeshadow. Totally. And I was thinking about, this is the Kaleidos multichrome eyeliners. If you have a multichrome shadow, why not just use that? It's really good. These are fun. It's one step. It's faster. But do you need a multichrome liner when you have multichrome shadows, if that's something you already own? Especially if you like the shade. Yes, Dark Angel, mood ring makeup, when we were talking about the Euphoria blush. It is like a mood ring, 100%. Except more chemically. Thank you, Cindy. November 6th, the clocks changed. Thank you. Okay. That's so strange. Indigo says UK was today. Ours is next Sunday in the US. Gotcha. Yeah, it's so weird that it happens at different times. Honestly, why do we even do that anymore? It makes no sense. We need to just stop. Let's just all be on the same time. Like, well, of course, not time zones, obviously.
Because people spend more money.
Oh, of course it's because, John says because people spend more money. Of course.
Because when they get out of work, there's still enough daylight for them to go shopping and not rush home because it feels really late.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I did not. Well, of course there's a financial reason. Of course there is. If there wasn't, it would be gone. It would be gone. Yeah, Dark Angel, extra hour of sleep. That's the way I always thought about it, is in the fall when I was teaching, going back to school, I needed that extra hour. And in the spring, it was like I was kind of used to it. So I didn't need the extra hour. That's how I remembered which way it went. Because in the fall, I needed extra sleep. All right, Leslie says, I want to use cream products, but they always break me out. I even break out around my lips from lipstick and around my eyebrows from brow pencils. I think it's the wax in them. Wow. Yeah, maybe. I wonder if you could talk to like a dermatologist could do like an allergy test on you to see what specific wax it is. Because if you can identify which one it is, if it's only one, then maybe you can find products that don't have that in it so that you can use other products. But I don't know. Wow, I'm so sorry that happens to you. It's probably something that's super common, like ethexyl palmitate or something like that. It's probably something that's really common, or like maybe even like beeswax or something. Wow, I'm so sorry. Ugh, how annoying. Yeah, Crystal says at work, I work nights and I think John is totally right. Way less people are out in the evenings in fall and winter because it's dark and that means I need to go home. If it's light, then that means I can stay out. Wow. And shop and shop and shop. Yeah, I've heard different reasons for it happening. Susan says, wasn't time change originally for farmers to get more daylight to work? I thought so. That was what I thought. Chatty Nat says, I think daylight saving was invented so kids in the UK didn't go to school in the dark. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I thought it was the farmer thing. Yeah, Steph says, but it gets dark at 4 p.m. No extra hour of sleep will fix that. Yeah. And it does. It gets dark at like, well, the darkest it gets here in Maryland, the earliest it gets dark is about 4:45, 5 o'clock is the earliest it gets dark here ever. Like around the solstice. But yeah, Trace says, what does chasing novelty mean? I have a makeup addiction. But why are you, this is the question for you, Tracy. This is a serious question. Why do you have a makeup addiction? What is it about makeup that makes you addicted? Why do you keep buying it when you feel like, which I'm assuming you're saying you don't need it, but you buy it anyway? It's not novelty. It's not because you're trying to find something new to fill something. That's why I buy it. That's just me though. But I mean, not everybody's the same, but I'd be curious, like having a makeup addiction, what does that mean to each individual person? Like why? Why do we do that? That's what I want to know. I'm like 30 seconds behind. So like I'm like ahead 30 seconds of where the chat is. So I have to like legit go do, 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 where people can respond. Catherine says, and yet Maryland drivers refuse to put on their headlights on around time it gets dark. I know, right? Pandora had to do with before electricity. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, I think as far as the makeup addiction thing, I think that everybody is unique as far as why they buy makeup. And I think that, you know, like I was saying earlier, if you're buying it because it truly brings you joy, then buy it. But if you realize after you bought it, you shouldn't have bought it and it's not bringing you joy, then that's a problem. Because you need to have things positive coming into your life. We don't need any more negative, and we don't need regret as much as possible, especially in a purchase, because we can have regret for all kinds of stuff. But if we can avoid it, that would be great. Especially when you have money that you want to spend towards something else and you realize, oh crap, I bought this $50 eyeshadow palette when I should have spent the $50 over here for something I really truly needed. And it's like, oh, why did I do that? Why? Yeah, okay. A beautiful mess official, because pretty things make me happy. And I like when we were kids for some reason, if it's new and it's shiny and better, we need to rethink this. At least I do. Yes. And that's a really great point. If it's new, it's shiny and better. And thinking that the newest things are better than the older things. And I think that's very rarely true. The time that I can think of when that was actually true was when the Beauty Blender released. And I know there's tons of dupes now, but when the Beauty Blender launched, there was nothing out there like it. And it literally changed the makeup game for so many people, the way we apply makeup. And for some people, it made it look so much nicer. But it's rare we get a true innovation like that, where something is truly new. I think when we started getting duochrome and multichrome eyeshadows, I think that that was something that was truly new at the time. But lately, I haven't really seen anything that's truly new that is better than anything we already have. It's a lot of rebranding of the same old thing. So, naming things after food, food, naming things after things that are nostalgic, to get us to buy things because we like this. So, because we like this, we buy something that's completely unrelated to that. Because we like to look at this, or it brings up a good memory from our childhood, or we like to eat it. But am I going to eat this? No, of course not. It's not better. It's not better than things that you already own for the most part. And I think a place where they really get us in that is skincare, where they have a new ingredient in skincare, where they say it is an antioxidant, or they say that it can help collagen production. But the problem with new ingredients in skincare is chances are they haven't been tested. So there really is no evidence. It's like theoretically, if you look at the chemical makeup of the ingredient, yes, it will do all of these things, but there's no actual scientific studies on human beings to show that it actually does it over a period of time. So that's how they get you to buy it without any real evidence, because it's all theoretical. Yeah, absolutely it could. Brad Pitt's grapes could do something magical for you because, he doesn't use pesticides or whatever, but there's no evidence that it actually does. So I'm not paying $300, not to bring that up again, but it's in my brain as an example of that. Oh, Sandra, you know what? This is the biggest compliment ever. I still love this community, but I'm really not into buying makeup anymore. And I was just talking to Amanda about this at the market yesterday, that like so many people are not buying makeup anymore, just in general. And it's just, I think there are a lot of people like that. And I think this is the biggest compliment to me, when you're not even really that into makeup anymore, but you still want to hang out. Like, I love that. Like, thank you. Thank you. And I'm so happy you're here, because I like hanging out with you too. So I take that as a huge, huge, huge compliment, because I do think that a lot of people have kind of chilled out on their makeup purchasing. Absolutely. That's a really great point, Sandra. Yeah. Patrice says, I used to buy makeup because it brought me joy and I really didn't have anything else that I wanted to spend money on. Yeah, I mean, if you just got it lying around, you're like, I just want to buy something, and this is the closest thing to something that I think I can buy that'll make me happy. Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Or we could save it. For what though? What are we saving for? Hopefully we have a plan. Something we're saving for. Yeah, Star Raven says I have at least 30 palettes, but I do use them. I love eyeshadow. And that's where I think that it's not waste. It's not waste. It's not excessive. It's not something to feel bad about in any way. And you really shouldn't feel bad. I mean, we all make choices, and sometimes they're good choices and sometimes they're not good choices. But if you have a collection of something, even if you don't use them, even if you just collect things because you like the way they look, like, think about all the people that collect, action figures, or, like I got my Funko Pops up there. Like, are they really serving any purpose? No, they're decoration. Who says we can't collect makeup because we like looking at it and because it's a decoration? Like, if that's your jam, do it. Like, that's what you want to do. Absolutely. And I think that's the key, is that if you're using it and it's bringing you joy, if you're looking at it and it's bringing you joy, then that's why we should buy things. It's when we have that regret, it's when we have that regret. Susan says, I spent so much of my life so broke monetarily and emotionally. Now, sometimes I just enjoy having the cash to buy pretty stuff. And I'm cutting back a bit, more emotionally happy. Yes. And I was the same way where I didn't have cash to buy things. I think that's one of the reasons why I love going to the grocery store now, because I spent so many years clipping coupons, to save the 25 cents and looking for things on sale to buy in bulk or whatever. And now I'm at the point where I don't have to do that anymore. And it just feels so good to be able to go to the grocery store and buy the things that I want to buy without worry. And I wish that for everyone, because it's so freaking stressful to, like, especially when it comes to food and food prices right now, it is so stressful to go to the grocery store and not be able to buy the things that you need to make the meals that you want to make, or to, eat the food that you want to eat. So when you get to that point, sometimes you can get a little excessive, because it's like a celebration of, I can be excessive if I want to be excessive. So yeah, I totally get that. Totally get that. I was just talking about, this is kind of where we'll end on Flavor of Love. We're gonna end on that, because I'm currently watching Flavor of Love for the very first time, and it is such trash TV, and I can't stop watching it. It is a train wreck for me. It is a train wreck. I can't stop. Like, I can't. So the reason why I didn't watch Flavor of Love when it first came out is because it was 2006. I had a brand new baby. John had just opened the studio. I was working my first year teaching, and I don't even know if we had cable back then to watch VH1. I'm sure we didn't. Like, I couldn't even physically watch it because I didn't have, like, the ability to watch VH1 when Flavor of Love first came on. So it's like, thinking about that time and how we were literally living paycheck to paycheck, and on a hope and a prayer that John's tattoo studio was going to take off, because it was a brand new studio, January of 2006. It's like thinking back to those times. It's nice to be able, I see what you're saying, Susan, as far as, if you have the cash to buy pretty stuff when you didn't always have that, sometimes you can go to excess. And I'm going to broken record you again about, it's just all about what brings you joy. And I would never shame anybody for buying things, because you just can now, and it feels good because you can. But if you don't want to do that anymore, that was the point of this chat. And Flavor of Love is a train wreck. That show would not be made today. I'm telling you, that show would not be made. Some of the things that the girl Pumpkin says, I'm like, I don't like her, because she says some terrible, terrible things that would not fly today. Like, she would have been canceled so hard, so fast. But anyway, I could talk about Flavor of Love for the next 20 minutes, but I'm not going to do that to you, because that would be mean. So I'm going to go, because we're 2 minutes over. But thank you so much for being here for live chat. I hope you had fun. Definitely do me a favor. Come back. If you try any of these for the first time, or if this refreshed something for you and you try it, come back and tell me how it went and whether you enjoyed it, or if you discover new things so that I can try them, because that's what our community is all about. So thank you for being here. I'm sitting here playing with my spoolie, which I need to stop doing because I'm sure it's making an obnoxious noise. Mad love to you. Have a great week. Next week's chat is going to be at 5 p.m. I have early market. And yeah, have a wonderful week. I believe Friday will be favorites and fails countdown. That's the plan for Friday's video. And I will talk to you soon. Thanks again for being here. Mad love. Bye.